welcome. You're watching the Newshour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. Today, on the 126th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, India remembered his unparalleled contribution to India's freedom struggle. But a fresh face-off over his legacy was triggered by RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat's tribute to the revolutionary. Lauding Netaji's contribution to India's freedom struggle, Bhagwat said that the goals of the RSS and that of Netaji were similar, and that is what made India a great nation.
अपना ये कार्यक्रम हो रहा है, देश गौरव नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस जी का हम स्मरण कर रहे हैं। तो ये हम कोलकाता में पहली बार नहीं कर रहे हैं, प्रतिवर्ष करते हैं। तो हम पहले से करते चले आ रहे हैं और करते रहेंगे। आज संघ बड़ा संगठन बन गया है, प्रसिद्ध हो गया, इसलिए लोगों को अभी पता चलता है कि हम ये कर रहे हैं, परंतु ये हमारा स्वभाव है।
TMC, of course, called it an attempt to appropriate the legacy of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, not just by the BJP, but now by the RSS. Madan Mitra of the TMC even went so far as to say that Bhagwat, even uttering Netaji's name, is a blot.
Obviously, to be a Bengali, because Subhash Chandra Bose was a Bengali. Though, throughout his life, he never proved that he belongs to Bengal. I am told that Mohan Bhagwat has told in a statement that they are following, RSS is following the path of Netaji. Immediately, I condemn this statement as a worker, as a youth, as a citizen, as a senior citizen of Bengal. Don't use the name of Netaji. You are the kalank to use the name of Netaji.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining us now on the debate, Shazia Almi, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Professor Manojit Mandal, Spokesperson of the TMC, Anirban Banerjee, Political Analyst, and Kapil Madan, Lawyer. But my first question is to Political Analyst Gargi Nandi Roy. Many are asking, how exactly is the RSS saying that it's following in the footsteps of Netaji? What's the commonality? Where is even the shared history? Gargi Nandi Roy.
Thank you for inviting me, Padmaja. Today is a great day. Let me say that, firstly, Padmaja, I'm getting an echo. Can you please fix the echo?
Yes, we will just...
Can you please fix the echo? Fix it. Yeah. See, Netaji is too big, so Netaji's legacy cannot be usurped, cannot be appropriated by anybody. No party can do that. But having said that, we cannot deny that this government has given Netaji the rightful place. Why don't you talk that Netaji's rightful place, the entire glory of freedom struggle was usurped by one family. And see, when you say RSS and BJP, see, Netaji stood for the fierce resistance against colonial rule. And I feel in this last 8 years, we have seen real decolonization. And it is manifest when the name of Rajpath is being changed to Kartavya Path, or Abide With Me is dropped from the beating retreat, Abide With Me tune from the beating retreat. The Navy insignia is changed. The name of the Ross Island has been changed to Bose Island, or Havelock being changed to Swaraj. So, and there are so many, and I think mental decolonization of Indians have happened so much. Today we are so proud of our ancient civilization.
But the whole controversy today, Gargi Nandi Roy, is about the RSS. Saying that RSS for the longest time, it has been argued, hasn't participated in the freedom struggle, and now they are saying we're walking in the footsteps of Netaji himself. How?
See, Keshav Baliram Hedgewar, he was jailed for 9 months. So it's very wrong to say that RSS never participated in the freedom struggle. After when the partition happened, when so many Hindus came, the kind of those refugees, the kind of service RSS gave, okay, the kind of service Congress people did not give that service. Till today, the kind of service that RSS gives to society, the number of schools being run by RSS, the kind of service RSS gave during COVID time, any of the panelists asked, Manojit Mandal will not be knowing. They served food to families where COVID patients were there.
Let's speak for a second about the freedom struggle and Netaji and the RSS. Professor Manojit Mandal is smiling. Are you smiling as a TMC spokesperson or as a professor? Professor Mandal, respond. If somebody is truly following in the footsteps of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, it is said that it is the RSS and the BJP.
No, it's nice to... No, indeed, it's nice...
We have fought that fight.
It's indeed nice to know or to be schooled about RSS's engagement with freedom struggle. We did not know this in the history book. Madam, you please rewrite your history as you people are extremely capable of doing. Rewriting, distorting or mythicizing history. Oh God. Hegde was a different kettle of fish, I tell you, but his era was over by 1931. He learned his idea of... Can I?
Yes, go on. Then you respond.
Madam, if you follow the path of Netaji, the first thing that you do is to respect others' freedom of expression, right? Netaji, even when he was manning the INA soldiers, even the soldier of lowest commissioned rank would be heard by Netaji. So you need to hear others. That's the path of Netaji, to follow path of Netaji. Don't disturb others. That's not courtesy. That's not the path of Netaji. We don't believe in the democracy or the idea of India that Netaji conceived of. I give example, first example, very prominent example, Planning Commission. It was the brainchild of none other than this great man. This government has come and abolished it to destroy economic planning in this country. Idea of India. These people believes in idea of hate and exclusionary part of India. Don't believe in the politics of unification, which Netaji believed in. Followed Vivekananda, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, saying that persecuted people coming from all others, all countries with all religion will be sheltered in India, and I'm proud to belong to that. These people by law, I repeat, by law has segregated one particular community. You talk of following Netaji's legacy, I think is the biggest travesty to the great path of this man. Just erecting a particular statue, naming a particular island. By the way, those islands were already named by Netaji Swaraj and Said long time back.
Okay, they may have been, but nobody actually formally decided to name them. Quick response from you, Gargi Nandi, then I want to bring in Shazia Ilmi and Anirban Banerjee. Yes, Gargi Nandi.
Don't try to misappropriate the legacy of this great man.
Misappropriate.
Okay then. Okay, the person who is giving lecture on respecting others' freedom of expression, please go and see what happens in West Bengal. One professor, just for forwarding a cartoon, is arrested. And two YouTubers, people who run famous popular web portals on YouTube like Shanmoy Banerjee and Shafiqul Islam, another Muslim name, they were arrested, they were tortured, their studios vandalized. So that is the freedom of expression. Talking about Planning Commission, we have a Niti Aayog, and Mamta Didi has such great planning commission that the entire education department is sitting in jail. Such is the planning of sharing of 75% and 25%. That sell the jobs, and our real people are sitting on the road for more than 600 days and protesting. So that is the great planning. Okay, cow smuggling, coal smuggling, that is the great smuggling. That is the great thing that TMC has, the TMC's legacy. And please, Modi ji of course has shown the respect. In 2016, 100 files were declassified. 21st October, the Azad Hind Sarkar Day. People did not know about that history. Modi ji has recognized that, celebrated it, unfurled the national flag. And when he talks about Hindu-Muslim, what Hindu-Muslim is saying? Netaji could not have imagined that this country would be divided assaulted on the basis of religion. Do you know that he stayed in a Hindu family's house in Kabul? Today there is not a single Hindu in Kabul. Why? So Netaji would have never imagined that Congress will do this, that partition the country on the basis of religion. And when you talk about secularism, the word that it was not even in use. It was introduced in 76.
Okay. And let me bring in Anirban Banerjee. You know, more specifically to the RSS and Netaji question, you know, the RSS just last week was at pains to explain, Anirban Banerjee, that this is more of a historical mischief that has been done by commentators and historians to say that, oh, you know, Netaji was opposed to the RSS. They spoke of how it was in Kolkata, actually, that Subhash Chandra Bose met with Hedgewar, and they were even planning to forge an alliance between the RSS and the Azad Hind Fauj. It's just that later, in order to discredit the RSS, all of this myth was perpetuated. But if somebody is carrying forward the legacy of nationalism, of Desh Bhakti, and of saying that we will give it back as good as we get, which is what Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose said, it has been the RSS. That's the argument. Anirban Banerjee.
See, nowadays, so much dystopic trash goes around.
Claiming itself to be history, that any person who has gone through the basic chapters of the history books would actually laugh at these claims. The politics of the RSS or the Hindutva-fascist groups of those times were so diametrically opposed to that of Netaji Subhash Bose that even claiming that just because there was a meeting between Mr. Hedgewar and the great Netaji, the great man, that automatically we can conclude that they were actually believing in the same cause, they were from the same political position, and they were thinking of forging alliances. This is laughable. This is absolutely laughable. Just because two people are meeting will never mean that they were planning to forge a political alliance. There are numerous examples of Netaji Subhash Bose openly criticizing and opposing the fascist ideology of the RSS or the Hindu Mahasabha or the politics.
Can you quote examples of when Subhash Chandra Bose opposed the fascist ideology, and what exactly did he say about the RSS?
You can go through any of his books. Whether he specifically quoted RSS, his name RSS or not is immaterial.
It would be great to be enlightened by you, since you are absolutely confident that Subhash Chandra Bose was against the RSS and called it fascist. I would like to know examples, please. Let's get enlightened. Go on, Mr. Banerjee.
Padmaja, this is not a nursery class that is going on.
No, it's certainly not. But it's a very enlightening debate with very enlightened guests that we have and who are very high quality and well read. So I would like to know the quotes and the source of when you found Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose saying that the RSS is a fascist ideology and a fascist organization.
Padmaja, Netaji's books will suffice.
Which books? Which quotes?
Go through. There are many books. There are many diaries. There are many letters.
Gargi Nandi,
his own books written by him. There are other people who have written about his ideas. His entire struggle, entire political struggle.
Many books, many people, many things, but nothing in particular that you can recall. And I'm genuinely asking this with no offense.
I don't need to recall any specific lies, Padmaja.
Right.
We are learning
because it's easier to say, oh, they were fascist. Everyone knows they were fascist.
Padmaja,
who said it? Nobody knows.
Nothing new today. Of course, Netaji's books are there to read.
Okay.
We are learning nothing new.
Okay, Shazia Alvi, you respond to this. What was known as a fascist organization was banned by the then Home Minister. Today says, oh, we were the favorites of all freedom struggle heroes. Doesn't cut it.
So, first of all, I would like to congratulate everybody. I think it's indeed historic that the 21 islands, unnamed islands, have been named after the 21 Paramveer Chakra awardees. Indeed, it's great. It makes me feel fantastic about that. Secondly, I would like to say that in the recent times, we as Indians have learned so much more about the legacy of great Subhash Chandra Bose ji. In my ICSE curriculum or even the CBSE curriculum of others and the high school books and whatever boards people pursued in different states of India, Subhash Chandra Bose was never accorded his rightful place. So I'm just extremely grateful and thankful about the fact that there is recognition of a great soldier, of a great man who contributed immensely to who we are as a people. And that indeed it exemplifies the idea of India and the idea of Indians and the Indians who fought and were part of the freedom struggle.
Kapil Madan.
Secondly, I would like to say
couldn't do all of these
that
years now has been done by the BJP and the RSS cells, rightly so. Kapil Madan.
Padmaja, I was very patiently listening to the debate, and you asked the question to the other panelists, and you asked a book or any source where Netaji has criticized the RSS. So I don't have the name of the book, but I do have a reference of what her daughter Anita Bose has said. I can send you the link. You can verify. It's there.
No, I've heard her interview.
Article.
She has said it.
So, yes.
But the assertion was that Netaji at the time branded RSS fascist. Now look, Kapil Madan, neither was you there, nor was I, and with the greatest of respect, neither was Anita Bose fast.
Now Padmaja ji, let me, if he wanted to, approve of the ideology of the RSS, he would have joined RSS. I mean, he never joined RSS.
He had his own organization.
So the point I'm trying to make here.
That not being a part of the RSS shows he disapproved, then the very formation of the Azad Hind Fauj shows that he disapproved of the Congress and the Congress's methods in the freedom struggle. Using your logic.
You asked for a proof where Netaji has criticized the RSS. I have given you proof.
You haven't. You gave me proof that Anita Bose fact is saying that Netaji used to think.
Now, can you dispute the fact that the ideology of Netaji was opposed to RSS because RSS is
I am neither disputing nor confirming. I am asking on what basis are you asserting? I haven't found any proof that Netaji opposed it.
Now, do you admit that her daughter?
As opposed to Netaji did not continue in the Congress and fight the freedom struggle. He formed his own Azad Hind Fauj. Why is that? Why couldn't he stay within the Congress and participate in the freedom struggle?
Now, Padmaja ji, can you, for a minute, you sought for a reference. I gave you the reference. Can you dispute, what has been said by her own daughter? Or do you don't want to give any credence to what her daughter is saying, what her daughter has publicly said?
I want to know the source.
Now the fact is, now you want a different source. Now you give me a source wherein, Netaji was praising or, was affirming the ideology of RSS. You give me that source then.
Okay.
Is there a source?
See, Kapil and Anirban, I'll request both of you, when on national television you are saying something, please support it factually, support it with facts. We all have heard Anita's statements. I'm not going into it, what she spoke about Congress, because the Congress then and now is different. This is Indira Congress, and then also Netaji differed with Congress, broke away and formed Forward Bloc. So let's not get into that, but please, at least one book. I can say in 1934 he was writing the Indian struggle, the Indian struggle, and there he has praised, yes.
Did he approve?
So there is nothing which was against.
So the fact. So I mean,
he made headgear for what he never commented. Where is his comments? Where is his comments? Where is his comments?
Your argument where
do you know that he was a follower of Ramakrishna Vivekananda movement?
All you wanted to argue here is that Netaji supported the RSS ideology. Is that what you're trying to say here? Is that, if please correct me if I'm wrong, because I understood your argument like that.
He never
Netaji indeed supported.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
Okay. Among all the figures of the freedom struggle, it was Sardar Patel earlier, it's Netaji as well, except that while people may differ about who he agreed with and who he thought was fascist, there is one stream of thought that definitely not anyone will disagree with, is that for the longest time, figures like Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Sardar Patel and many, many others, a pantheon of others, did not find their place in the sun like they should have. On that, I think most people would be unanimous. Thank you very much, all gentlemen. Gargi Nandi, Shazi Alvi.